Hey everyone, welcome back to Helium Turtle Studios. My name is Chris, and today I'm going to be breaking down our newest film, Man Cow. If you haven't seen it, please give it a watch. We're going to watch through it now as well. Let's do it. I guess the first thing to talk about is lighting for car interior scenes, or shooting through a car windshield. We used his phone as a practical light. I told him, put a white screen on your phone and turn your brightness all the way up to 100%, so that way we get some light on your face. Even when he puts down his phone, we have just a little light over here, shining light all the way onto his face, and it's great because we get a little detail there, but it doesn't look like it's like intentionally lit. It still looks like a dark scene. This little gas station actually just is kind of in the middle of a parking lot near where we live. Natalie actually was the one that found it, and we were like, oh, this looks perfect. Another phone location that we got to shoot at is this convenience store. One thing I could say about this is to anybody making a little film, don't be afraid to ask the owners of the store or whatever to shoot some stuff there, because a lot of times they'll say yes. A lot of people are actually pretty into it, which is cool.
Music video. Tostitos, burritos.
Now we come to the fire pit scene, which is kind of the main part of the film. Lighting for a fire is actually pretty interesting because the fire itself, one, is inconsistent, so it's not going to give you consistent light. You'll have to be changing your settings the whole time. And two, it's not the shape of light you want. It's a little too hard. What we did, we used an aperture 60x on the fire emulation mode, and we put a softbox on it, which is actually doing a majority of the work here on this side of his face. And we get a little bit of a softer fall off. And then on this side, we have a large white V-flat coming in over here, which is basically taking some of this light and reflecting it back at this shadow side of his face. And we thought it had a nice look to it. Then, of course, our trusty hair light back here, just one of our wand lights coming in and giving us that cold moonlight. Way behind here, we have an aperture 120D on all of our background elements. So these trees, the garage, that tree, we're just balancing our exposure to make sure Mike is popping in the frame and the background is a little bit darker. And then that's pretty much it. This is actually like literally in my backyard, so we didn't have like too much to work with in terms of background. We thought about putting a cactus in the background for this side because we wanted to go with like Midwest vibes, but then we thought it looked stupid. So we reversed the angle. This is shot with a 2-camera setup, so we're rolling 2 different cameras at the same time, the Blackmagic 6K and the Sigma FP. Same exact softbox going on here. The softbox looks like a giant pancake, but that's okay. Same exact V-flat over here, bouncing back. Garrett doesn't have as much detail in the background of his shot, nothing to really shine the light on, but it's enough to make it look like, something. If all this was just black, it would look, a little amateurish. So you fill your scene with interest, you fill your backgrounds with interest, and you light them accordingly, and it turns into this great little scene, And now I feel like kind of a hypocrite because in our wide cam, everything entirely black in the background, pretty much no interest going on whatsoever, but we only cut to it like 3 times.
Life or death for who? It's milk, man. It's milk.
If you can't be man enough to just drink this 2% milk.
Another fun thing to talk about is this film was almost entirely improvisational. Mike and I just kind of wanted to shoot something that was a camera comparison video. And then one thing led to another, and we never keep anything small here. So we just went all out and did this entire film. We kind of just threw them together and said, let's see what you come up with.
What if I take 1 sip?
No, you have to drink the whole bottle.
I'm not supposed to tell anybody, but I'm not supposed to drink milk.
Why can't you tell anybody that you can't drink milk? Steve, you have to drink this.
I'm not
It's
gonna
for
do-
your own good.
No.
Yeah. Cancel. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Not cut. Cancel.
This actually, I'm surprised this kind of wound up working. We wanted to have this little moment where the fire erupts in flames. I know this old trick where you take sugar. If you throw sugar on fire, it'll make it like flare up. So we actually had James on the side here with a bowl full of sugar, quickly dump the sugar in the fire, and then run away off screen.
3, 2, 1, action. Two, 1, action. Oh, James, I thought we were gonna go on action.
Get that?
2, 1, hit it. Good one again. Good job, everyone.
This shot right here was made infinitely better by two things. The fact that we got the fog to roll in correctly, and then this is where we start integrating some of the lightning assets that we purchased from Triune Films, which is Ryan Connolly's company. They came out with a lightning pack that wound up being more useful than we could have ever thought when we started diving into post on this. We were like amazed with how well they were integrating into the footage. It's really bringing a whole new life to this thing that was kind of dull before I added them.
All right, let's costume up, Dan. Good. Keep it coming. Yes! Go.
Does it work? Is it okay?
No. Oh, sorry. I thought I stepped on it.
Ooh, really in there.
This shot is just hilarious. We wanted to make it seem like he was literally being like condensed or crushed into a milk bottle. So we kind of thought of on the fly of like, okay, how do we do this? We had the bottle of milk that we poured out onto a cooking sheet, and James would be holding the cooking sheet and just flipping milk as it was poured onto Garrett. It wound up giving like a nice dispersion of milk.
And 3, 2, 1, action. Scream. Cut.
I have no idea why it worked as well as it did, but it looks really good. These shots, me and Mike literally did probably like 50 of these shots trying to get the milk bottles to land right.
Stop going out. They both bounce just straight out of frame. I mean, yep. Unusable. Trying to roll them in.
Each other.
No, they're like plastic. Yeah, they're not like real glass.
Not bad though. Not bad though.
So yeah, we kind of had fun with this one. I think we did a good job creating a small little fire scene, which was the ultimate goal of this whole thing. Just to roll on an improv scene and make it look as good as we could. And yeah, hey, thanks for watching. I'm Chris from Hidden Studios, and we'll catch you in the next one. Until then, have yourself a lovely day, night, evening, summer.
Look man cow and his dead cow man eyes. He's man cow, but his eyes were cow man. Fire.
I can see it on the nose hole. It's just a guy screaming.
Screams.
I have his screams from the movies.
From other movies.
We'll just
True.
throw that in there.